Hello YouTube. Hey, just wanted to come in and show a little bit of support for the D&D community. Nothing really tremendously big. But I wanted to also make an offer to those guys who are a little bit, you know, uncertain about a particular mini or a particular Dungeons and Dragons playset piece or something like that. Then here's what I'm going to offer you. If you're not sure, particularly in the case of minis, actually scratch that. I'm just going to make it only minis, okay? Only minis only, please. If you will be kind enough, if you're not sure about a particular mini, to say, hey, I'm curious about this mini. Does it come in the particular does it come in the particular box? Or, does it come in this shape? Is it painted? Is it put together? Blah blah blah. All that. Then I will be more than happy, if at the time I'm able, to get that mini, and I will put it on I'll put it on another video, and I will email, or I'll post that video. I'll try to make the video titles about that have a particular mini name in it, but not that YouTube savvy right yet, so it may take a minute. So, being a relatively new D&D'er, maybe year and a half-ish, I got into thinking, hey, maybe I can become a dungeon master. Maybe I can expand my abilities here a little bit, which is pretty cool. I've DM'd a few games. I've DM'd 4th edition, I've DM'd 3.5, and I've DM'd Next. And I really have no preference for any of them. Between any of them, I should say. As far as that goes, I'm a very versatile gamer. I can go from edition to edition to edition. I don't care what edition it is, as long as I'm playing. I think that's the way it should be. I really think that's the way it should be. But hey, if you're in love with a particular edition, that's cool. That's really cool. I have no problem with that. I'm kind of partial to 3.5 myself, because that's the one I started out on. So, hey, take it for what it is. So, this is for newbies. Just helping the new guys get their D&D on. And so what's going to end up happening is, for some of you more experienced players, you're going to be looking at this video and you're going to be going, dude, I know all this crap already. Well, guess what? That's why I told you it's for newbies. Go look at a more advanced video. Alright? So, no offense to anybody out there, but if you're watching this and you already know this stuff, then this is for newbies. Newbies only. So, first thing you're going to want, if you're going to want to expand into the realm of the Dungeon Master, is a study supply of 3 books. You're going to want these at all times, at least in your games. And they can be downloadable. You can easily find them online, downloadable. You can buy them in paperback, or hardback, whichever you so desire. They are the Dungeon Master's Guide, the Monster Manual, and the Player's Handbook. Make sure they're all the same edition, because Dungeons & Dragons has like 6 editions, if you count 3.5 as its own. So, other than those core books, because you will need those books, once again, let me reiterate, make sure they're the same edition. You don't want to go making a fool of yourself because you got the wrong book. Okay? So, next on the list is you are going to want miniatures, minis, D&D minis, of your characters. At least the people that you know are going to play what. A fighter is never a bad choice. Always have a fighter. And that's what this particular guy is. You can see the sword over here. I got this from Wizards of the Coast, and I would highly recommend that you get your minis from them, even though they're a little bit more on the expensive side. And the reason I say that is because, like this guy, if he was, say, stuck inside of a place where his sword was like that, his arm would actually bend and adhere in that position. It wouldn't break, like some rough plastic ones will, because they're just too stiff, you know. And obviously, if you can afford it, you are going to want a mini of the thing that you're trying to kill. In this case, a Minotaur. You know, once again, Wizards of the Coast, and you don't have to worry about this guy's axe breaking off or something like that. It's quite good. And this particular Minotaur is a Minotaur Mangler. They have all the details. You can't read it, but you can see a little something or other, at least in my computer screen. I don't know about yours. But you can see the writing on the very bottom of the miniature itself. So, and then eventually, if you plan this far ahead, I don't know, it depends on the Dungeon Master, but if you plan far enough ahead, the Minotaur is no longer going to be as much of a challenge as he once was. In time, your party's going to be able to kill him pretty quick. Because this guy is like a level... He's for level 4-ish, you know, a level 4 group, something close to that. At least maybe 3, 4. Now, this guy is obviously going to put up a little bit more of a fight than a Minotaur. Which is why I say, if you look in the long run, because this guy is a level 20 solo encounter. He is a Hero Slayer Hydra. I don't know if you can see the writing on the bottom or not. Yeah, maybe that's best way right there. But he's a Hero Slayer Hydra, and he's level 20 solo brute, meaning basically if you're experienced and you know what the word brute is, you know he's 4th edition D&D mini. But level 20 solo, pretty simple. You kill him around level 20 and he's all by himself. That's the way he was designed. And you know, you don't have to go into all the elaborate stuff. You know, I chose to because, quite frankly, it gives more realism to my players. You know, and that's what you want to do. You want to immerse your players in this. So if you're playing on say a glass tabletop instead of a play mat, like say one of these, you know, I mean, what's going to look more realistic in your mind? This or a glass tabletop? Obviously this, because it's easier to imagine. The map has lent its design into your mind. You can now look at it and go, ooh, yeah, okay, I can actually visualize this. So if you have a fighter and a Minotaur, and you have a map background, then guess what? You now have a fight. You now have a pretty decent, you know, you have a pretty decent way of fighting going on. So, I got my stuff, all this stuff, through Amazon. Relatively simple to do. There's a lot of companies out there that make the appropriate minis and maps. The maps came from the bookstore. There's an online, some through Amazon, called the bookstore. They do the Game Mastery flip mats. So I'll put it up closer to you guys, so that way you can pause it and take that down, whatever. You know. So it would be really, really cool if you guys actually took the time and invested into this. Make this about your players. I mean, as a Dungeon Master, one of the secrets is you are not against your players. You will challenge them, yes, but you are not against your players. You're not out to destroy your players, unless the storyline that you have created for it calls for it. You know, like some Dungeon Masters will set up encounters that their players just simply can't win. And they do it on purpose because it advances the storyline. Usually they'll knock the players unconscious, and then the players will wake up on something like an altar, ready to be sacrificed. So they got to escape, get their weapons, and hack and slash their way out of there. Pretty straightforward. So, please, like and subscribe. Thank you.